Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I want to share my whole nail polish collection with you. This is the end of 2022, so this will be my whole collection going into 2023. I am going to do a whole revamp of my whole collection. I need to reorganize them and I'd like to consolidate them into one area as well as kind of organize them and look at what I have. So I thought it would be fun to take a journey with you because you've been taking the journey with me throughout the past year of me collecting and getting back into the hobby. So I'm going to show you everything we've collected together and we're going to organize it out. Let me just show you what we're working with. So my apartment had this weird fireplace mantle with no fireplace thing, and I decided I'd use it for my collection. This is a majority of my collection. So it's like semi-organized, but it's not my favorite anymore, and it's gotten really crowded, especially this whole area, which is all of the indies that I've been buying, and I feel like they need displayed, and so I've started reorganizing. I put my Colors to Carol in an area, I put my Lynn B Designs up here in an area, but I don't like that my juleps have been separated over time. I've been going through them and using them up, and now they're like two tiers, and all of my Pretty Women are starting to overlap, and just, I don't know, this is out of control and I'm ready to go through it. But this isn't all I'm working with. I also have all of these, which is also mostly indies, and then a bunch of LA colors. And then I also have these. Two more racks full. So they're not 100% full, but they're also kind of organized. Like, these are mostly Sally Hansen, and there's a couple Revlon, so that's like a majority of my drugstore polishes. But I also have like my Revlon HD snaps back here, and they're just all kind of hodgepodge at this point, so I want to combine these with everything that I have up here. And I made a nail table over here. I would like to put a majority of it on here, and I'm hoping I can leave the diffuser here. So I'm going to build a rack here, a base rack, that's going to be similar to the one that I have up on this shelf. Here you can kind of see it. It is a styrofoam rack, but it did give two nice tiers, and I'm hoping to add another tier that's a little bit thicker so I can have my juleps at the very bottom. And hopefully they will cover the not so nice looking part of the styrofoam, because there is some cutout at the bottom. So this is a trust the process, guys. Let me just get started on that. So the first thing I want to do is cover up these cutouts, and I'm going to do that with my juleps. Let me bring them all over. So I didn't bring them all over yet, but that's a majority of them, and I'm just going to line them up. Now that we're all lined up, I'm going to go grab the rest of them so that we can add them into the mix. I have plants everywhere, y'all. It's like a jungle. Okay, so this is most of my juleps. There are a few strays that are kind of off to the side that I have plans for at the moment, but this is a majority of them. So basically what is back here is my metallics, but I'm going to start with these kind of red plum pink ones over here now. And I'm going to try to kind of line those up as well. So I didn't really think about it, but the ends of the tables are slightly uneven due to the glass to wood transition, but they seem to lay okay. Also, I've run out of room, so I'm going to have to scoot all of these over so that I can put these colors on the end of the rainbow there. And some of these metallics I might double up in the front, even though I didn't really want to have to do that. So that's what we're going to do now. I wanted the metallic rainbow kind of in the focal point center, but it turns out that the wine and plum kind of colors, the more purpley red tone colors, this big expansive section is now the focal point, but that's okay because honestly, I need to start wearing those colors. I have so many of them and I don't really ever wear them. So those kind of vampy maroon reds, that area of color, that's going to be the focal point, and I'm going to file the rest of the cool tones in. And that is where I ended up with that. So that's the bottom, that's the juleps, and that covers up all of the holes and the kind of ugly part of the bottom of the base. So looks good, looks real good, really happy with it. I do have a couple double ups here. There are 12 here, so there is 6, and then there's another 6 here in this corner. But I think it's going to be fine because that part's going to get covered up anyway with the diffuser. So the top tier I'm going to grab from the other shelf, and then all those other polishes I'm going to dump right here on the floor, and we're going to sort them together. Okay, so I've got my Nicole by OPIs up here now. I'm going to get the rest of my polish off of that rack, and I'm going to set it up on top of here. So here is the second part of this, which will go on top of here. I just had a thought occur to me that maybe I want to put these juleps in 2 tiers like I had them before, but one on top of another, because if I leave one side open on the bottom, I have the whole clear nail rack. Let me show you. This whole nail rack I can move onto the table as well. So I'm thinking that may be what I'm actually gonna do. So sorry if you were attached to the juleps at the bottom. We're moving them. This is also what's on my floor right now, so just working through it. So that's what it looks like on the one side, but I don't like this little gap between them. So we'll see if I even keep it like this. Let me get this other nail rack over here, and then maybe we'll build off of that. So I have my China Glaze and my Lin B designs. There's a little space right here, and until I open my other Lin Bs, I'm just gonna throw my Coloristic Carols here because the bottles and tops are the same. Okay, so I was not digging the juleps. I literally took them out of the 2-tier system so that I could see them all. What I did do is I lined up ones that were extremely similar to the ones behind them. So that's kind of how I have them displayed now. But I have taken a prime box and cut it in half. I'm going to tape this, and this is going to be another chair here because I just don't really like that much wasted space. So let me get back to you with this. And I know it's ugly for now, but it's gonna work. So that's that. It's just duct taped on both sides to keep it sturdy. But that fits really nice, and that will give me another level here as well as down here. I feel like I will probably build off of it, but this one I can line up to it right here. And then I've just got a little section over here. We'll see how that progresses, but I'm gonna set up my Nicole's now. And that is all of those ones for now. I feel like I may find some other Nicole OPIs. I really like them, so we'll see. If not, I may move my other OPIs over here for now. Let's see how that looks. I can live with that. I think in the row behind the juleps, I'm going to start putting all of my Brazilian brands. I'm going to start with Phoenix since that's what I have the most of. I'm going to throw all my Watches, my Penelope Lou's, my Vanessa Molina, my DRK nails, all of those are going here. I'm going to start with Phoenix over here. Then some Danny Rihanna's. I've got a Patty Lopes and an LB. A couple M&Ms. My one DRK. My Vanessa Molina's. And my Watches. I ended up cutting a couple hours footage. As you can see, I ended up just getting on a roll, and I ended up doing a lot of bending in front of the camera. Not very good. So cut that, and this is what we came to with the tiered system. I did leave a lot of room on top because I do have some Black Friday bee's knees to unbox and swatch, and then they will go in their homes. Same with a few of the holes you see. It is because there are polishes that do go in those areas. Here, this area, this whole area, because I have quite a few Lynn B's that are coming as well. So, spoiler alert for my incoming videos, but I ended up with that other nail rack here so that it's closer, but I did eliminate that whole little table. And let me show you the shelf up there. This is what I ended up with here. I ended up making more box level systems, those little stair looking things that I was making with the boxes. This is where all of my gel stuff is, but I have not been using those, so I might sell those because they do eventually not work anymore. I don't really do gels much. I didn't get into them, and I'm just really liking polish, so I left this the way it was, and it was too heavy for this, but that's okay. This looks pretty okay. I'm happy with it. And I didn't really touch these much. They're just the way they were. I don't think I'm going to bother with them much. There's a lot of one-offs, ones that I only have one or two of. And then there's like some vintage ones and some Believe, which is the Dollar General polishes. And then I've just got my thinners here. And up here is just all my Sally Hansen and a few Revlon. So basically most of my drugstore brands, because I don't really have many drugstore brands. I have literally 3 Essie, and they live here now. So these Revlons are my favorite, and that's pretty much where I go if I want a drugstore polish or cream anyways. And I also really enjoy these minis, which are dollar store. They're 3 for $1.25, so I like those. But that is the majority of my polishes. Nice and organized now. And this is the rest of them. These are all of my indie one-offs. Not all of them are one-offs. I mean, these ones up here I have multiples of. And then down here are all 1. This one's a 2 and this one's 4, but they're not over here right now. And then I left a lot of room because there are more polishes coming. But this whole section from here over, this is the winter polish rack that I had on this tray, and I eliminated that tray and just kind of put it up here, and then I can just assimilate them back to their homes when I'm done with them. So I think I like that setup because it just fills this out nicely. And I do like the little Christmas corner. So that is my nail collection, y'all. Over 600 polishes. As always, if you have liked this video, give it a like, let me know. If you would like more content like this, consider subscribing to my channel. And if you hit the notification bell after you subscribe, then you will make sure to never miss an upload. I hope to see you in the next one, and until next time, friends, thanks for hanging with me.